The pandemic has really forced me to have to look at communicating a lot differently. Prior to the pandemic, I was not really familiar with Zoom or any other web apps with communicating with people. And me going into education, I realized I had to get on Zoom a lot to communicate with teachers and just with other professors with setting up stuff for my practicums and my pre-student teaching stuff. Pre-student teaching during the pandemic has been very interesting. A lot of the stuff has been on Zoom, and I've had to find new ways to engage people and learn just being on a computer all day and trying to engage with the students and learn how to set up that setting of a classroom while being on a webcam. A big thing with the pandemic with communicating is I have to get out of my comfort zone and try to find ways to just be more engaged myself because oftentimes looking at a computer can get pretty boring, and I've tried to figure out ways to get the students excited and get myself excited about learning and doing that stuff. Also, while being on the screen, I've had to figure out how to touch around topics like the George Floyd issues and other social justice movements. This means setting my bias to the side and not allowing my personal experiences to get in the way with how I'm trying to educate myself and educate others. I've tried reading books and watching a lot of movies to continue to educate myself on issues. I think oftentimes when something like this happens, people like myself think we don't need to talk about this or educate ourselves about it because it's happening to us. Meanwhile, while reading books with my family and stuff, I've learned there's a lot of things I was even unaware about. And it also helped me to realize a privilege that I have. I think oftentimes privilege is seen as this thing that relates only to white people. But I realize I have a privilege of being a college student and being an educated person that I can reach out to other students and other kids to just mentor them on these issues and help them work through an issue that they may not have the same opportunities I have of being in college and knowing the things that I know. And I can help those trying to get on this level. So I think being in tune with my privilege and just understanding not to let my bias always get in the way when I'm trying to speak about social justice movements or trying to educate myself has been a big growing point for me during the pandemic in the social justice movement.